So, to begin, my classroom management philosophy centers a lot on strong communication, student responsibility, and relationship building. And these ultimately shape the different routines and procedures that I've discussed prior to this video. So, to begin, my morning and end of day routines are designed for students to get that sense of belonging and community within the classroom. So I greet students by their name, and they are at the front of the door. There is a poster up there that they can choose a different greeting, which I think for a lot of students is really important because each student comes from a different background. Some students may not have that strong relationship with their family members. So the greeting, I think, is the most important part of the day because it sets the tone for both you and for the student and the classroom community as a whole. So when students see that poster and they come in, that's like their first one-on-one interaction with you, and they're able to choose whether they want to hug or they want to high five or they want to dance. And I think that's extremely important because you don't really know how many students get that interaction with family members or guardians or whoever may be taking care of them. So I think that practice supports students' social emotional learning, which helps them practice self-awareness, emotional regulation, and also is culturally competent because it fits for students of diverse backgrounds and all different types of needs. Now talking about my 5 procedures that I have and that I've talked about prior to this video. Each of my classroom procedures, ultimately, they build responsibility and community, which are really important, and I've talked about that all throughout this online project. So, for example, the classroom jobs give students that role of ownership and make them feel like they are in control of their own classroom without having all of the control. It also gives them a sense of leadership and learning important life skills. They can bring these skills that they learn through their classroom jobs into their own home and tell their family members about it. Lining up and walking quietly in the hall teaches respect for others, so having respect for other classrooms, things like that. And the clear expectations for noise levels help everyone feel safe to participate, and the organized substitute materials keep learning consistent, which is extremely important for students, and especially in their social and emotional learning, because some students really need that everyday same routine, or else they may feel upset over that. So I design these routines through various ways of culturally responsive lens by making students feel accepted for their different identities and backgrounds, and most importantly, their voice. So I give students the opportunity to contribute all of their different perspectives and then also incorporate their cultures and their different backgrounds into their roles and visuals, which is why when I teach these procedures, I want students to come and give experience from their own lives so that they feel more connected and comfortable, and not only I can hear it, but other students can, so they can learn how to value other cultures and people from other backgrounds. So through all of these practices, I weave many aspects of social emotional learning and culturally responsive classroom management practices. And it's not just managing students' behavior and being a authoritative figure. I'm teaching students how to build a classroom community and how to bring unity into the classroom, because that is the most important aspect of learning, and to get students to love learning is to build a strong foundation of community and ownership, so each student is able to feel that they're seen and have that sense of belonging and respect.